Hey, good morning to all my friends out there. First of all, I'd like to thank you all for the great job you did on making comments to my videos. I really enjoyed that. I had a lot of fun with it. And I'm getting close to 500 subscribers. And I want to thank all you guys that subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Today's topic is going to be about royalty-free versus copyright. What's the right word for YouTube? Because obviously royalty-free gets rejected. Okay? And I'm going to show you how to get music from YouTube real easy. Now you got to have a computer. You're not going to probably be, you might be able to do it on your cell phone. You guys are smarter than me. I don't use a cell phone. Everything I do is done on a powerful type of computer that can handle video editing. I don't use a laptop. I don't use anything that's going to have a low capacity performance. This is why I use what I've got. Royalty free, huh? What does that mean? Royalty free. I don't think it means that you can use it on YouTube. And the reason I say that is because I have used royalty-free music that I had bought and paid lots of money for. And I got a copyright strike. So obviously royalty-free doesn't mean royalty-free you can use it on YouTube. What YouTube means is that it can't be copyrighted, or it's got to be copyrighted in order for it to not be able to be used. And most songs today are copyrighted. So I'm going to show you basically what I've got that I had bought, which is a waste of money for me. And you got to remember, I bought this stuff about 8-9 years ago. So this is Video Copilot. These are sound effects, and I hope you can read that. And on the back it says 100% royalty free. Alright, I hope you can read all that. 500 sound effects, audio elements, royalty free sound for your production. Alright, that's one. Cinematic music elements. Alright, that's from Tube Tape. Alright, royalty-free music tracks. Royalty-free music tracks. Obviously royalty-free, can't use it on YouTube. Can't use it. This has 250 songs. Thriller, action, romance, drama, horror, sci-fi, and more. 139 bucks, folks. 8 years ago. Alright? Got that one. Okay, got this one here, another one from Tube Tape. Tube Tape again. And if you read that, the box is royalty free also. Alright? Alright, this one's got Tube Tape musical elements can be used in commercial and non-commercial productions without any restrictions if used as part of a composition. Well, that tells me that there should not be any problem whatsoever using any of this material on YouTube. But obviously YouTube says no. So, okay, All right. So, this is why this movie right here, Sometimes a Great Notion. Any of you guys ever seen that movie? It's an old movie. Goes back, let's see, what year? 1971. 1971. Paul Newman and Henry Fonda were still alive. And they did a movie. It's about a logging expedition. It's a family. It's called Stampers. I'm sorry, folks, if I can't remember the words here. Yeah. They have a last name on their name. I think they're called Stampers or something like that. That's the name that they call themselves. Anyways, they're what they call jibble loggers, which means they're independent loggers. And it starts out where the Union is on the one side of the river, that the only way you can get to their house is you have to take a small boat and go across and then get on the dock and you can get on the property. And it's the only way you can get to that house in the movie. Even in real life, I could not get on the other side. Now, I went to this place back in 1983. Now, the reason I'm bringing this movie up, it all pertains to the copyrights, right? All right. So, I'm out there in 1983 because we went to visit Mount St. Helens, and that's one I want to do for you guys and show you all the photos that I took back in 83 after it blew up in 1980. And we didn't even know if we were going to get in there. But we did. We got lucky. We got all the way to the summit. They already had roads cut in. They had everything cleaned up in the middle, all cut up. Weyerhaeuser came in there and they cleaned up the center part of the catastrophic area, and they left the outside perimeter to go because they want to see which does better, the one that's man-managed or the one that nature takes care of. I think you all know the story on that. But we went out there for that. When we were out there, we decided to go to Oregon. Well, we were in Oregon. So we ran into Sometimes a Great Notion. That was on my mind when I went out there. I said, we're going to take care of Mount St. Helens, and then we're going to try to find the movie location of where that was filmed at. Because there was a lot of scenes that were done in the house across the river. And I'll tell you what, when you're looking for a movie set that was done many years ago, 1971 to 83, it's hard to find it. You got to ask lots of questions, many questions while you're out there. And that's what we did. And we got lucky. Because in the movie they keep talking about Florence, Oregon. So we figured, go to Florence. Somebody there should know where this place is. We went to Florence, and guess what? They said that movie was not shot in Florence at all. Not even close. But I'll tell you where you got to go. And they told us where to go, but I can't tell you right now off the top of my head what the name of the small town was. But anyways, they gave us the right directions, and I found the place. And I was really excited back then. It was really incredible. Because I found the house, and I'm looking at it across the river. I know right smack, right on target, that's the house. And I'm standing on a pier on the side, that back in '71, all the union people were standing there, and they wanted to make a deal with the Stampers. That's their name, the Stampers. Sorry, I couldn't think of the name before. And they wanted to go over there and talk to them. And they sent a guy over, and the first thing that they did, Paul Newman and Henry Fonda and the whole family, they're throwing sticks of dynamite at the boat while the guy's trying to come across. Or it may not even be when he's trying to, I think it's when he left. That's when it was, when he left. When they said there's no way we're going to follow the union. We're an independent logging operation. He says we work Monday through Sunday and sometimes Saturday. Now, Saturday must be the day they keep for their Sabbath, I guess. But the way they talk, they don't sound like they're very Christian-like in the movie, but that's the way I took it. Saturday, sometimes they work. So that must be the day they go to church. I don't know. But anyways, it was a great movie, and I was really impressed when I got there. I thought I was in heaven when I said, I'm standing on the grounds where this movie was filmed. I was just, I was a young guy at that time. I was in my 20s. And my ex-wife and I were out there just, browsing around, and we wanted to see Mount St. Helens. And also wanted to see sometimes Great Ocean. And we ran into a restaurant we stopped by, and the guy says, asked him about the movie set where sometime in Great Ocean, so we get our directions. And he says, yeah. He says, that's right up there. You're right. Whoever told you where to go, that's where you got to go. So he says, you know what? I got another one for you. He says, I own the farm, and I got the video that I play for everybody when they come in and they get a bite to eat. They'll stand by me. The railroad tracks are on my farm. And I just thought that's pretty incredible. So he played us the little clip that he plays for everybody on his VHS back in them days. And I thought that's pretty neat. But I never had enough nerve to ask him if he'd mind if we could go on the property. Well, that was inappropriate. I didn't want to infringe on, going on the property. I think it pretty much told you the story when he showed you the film clip. That he doesn't want people out there on his property. I imagine if you made him into a real good friend, he might do you a favor, let you go out there and film. I mean, today if you were to do it. Back then we didn't have video cameras. We just had a camera and that was it. So, yeah. That's the story on that. I can't make that movie because of the copyright. Because I wanted to take a clip from that movie and show you the house across the river and compare it to the pictures that I took of what it looks like today. And yeah, what it looks like today. And that was back in '83, somewhere around there. Like I said, when we went out to see Mount St. Helens. So I was looking on YouTube for many, I've been on YouTube for 8 years, and I've seen lots and lots of videos. And there's so many videos out there that you can actually watch a whole movie on YouTube. Not a problem. Now, every time I put something on there that might have a little issue, I get a copyright strike right off the bat. Alright. If I'm out filming and there's background music playing, I get a copyright strike. I'm trying to narrate my movie or my video that I'm doing, trying to narrate it, and I find out I get a copyright strike. So now I gotta mute the song, mute everything, and then I gotta do a voiceover, which means I gotta play the movie and talk while the movie's playing, and then add my voice the best I can, because YouTube can't figure it out that it's music playing in the background. And you can hardly hear the music. You can hardly hear the music. It happened to me on the snow sculpture in Lake Geneva. That's one of the videos. I got a copyright strike on that, so I had to refilm it. And I'm not sure how that worked. I can't even remember that one. That's been so long ago. It was last year. And then I did another one of the Sky Circus on ice. I'm out on the lake, and they got these speakers playing oldies, 50s, stuff like that. And I get a copyright strike. So when you watch that, the very first one I made two of them. I usually try to get out there every year. In fact, it's coming up next week. Hopefully the weather's good. I try to do that, the kites and everything. But now when I do that, I can't talk on that video. I can't say anything because the music is in the background, right? I can't delete the music and keep my voice. That's impossible, because it's all on one soundtrack. It would be nice if I could put my voice on a separate soundtrack, but it's pretty hard to do because your mic is picking up the music. So it's virtually impossible to do. So you got to mute the whole thing, and then you got to do a voiceover. So you can't go up to them and tell them to turn the music off because they're doing a video for YouTube. That'd be very embarrassing. You think they're going to do that? No. So I'm just warning you guys, if you're going to do anything, festivities or races or stock car races, drag races, whatever, and you're filming and there's music being played through the speakers, you might as well forget to post it on YouTube because you're going to get copyright strike. Alright? Heads up on that? Are you with me on that so far? Good. Alright, now what I'm going to do is show you today how to play the game with YouTube. You kiss their feet and then you use their music. And I'm going to show you on screen how to download their thousands and thousands of songs that they allow you to use. Now, some of you already figured it out. Some of you creators that watch my channel, because I noticed that you got YouTube music playing on some of your videos. So I know you figured it out. But there's a lot of you guys that don't know how to download the 100% copy strike free, whatever you want to call it, for YouTube. It's guaranteed to work because it's coming off of YouTube, right? So you got to play their game, use their music. You can't buy music from anybody off the internet because they're going to reject it. I guarantee you that's going to happen. And you're supposed to have a license attached to any song that you are able to use on YouTube that goes in the description. Well, you'd think that the stuff I bought would have had a master license agreement that you attach in the description, and then you give the credit to who composed it or who did the remix on it, because everything today to make it copyright free is you have to run it through a remixer and remix the song so that it scrambles the copyright. And there's software programs out there that you can buy to do that. And if you guys want to get into that, be my guest. But you're going to have to probably go to school and learn how to use it. So that's basically what I recommend everybody do. Just go to YouTube, bow down to them and say, thank you, sir. Thank you for the music. At least I got something. I try not to use any music at all if I can help it, but there's times that I have to use it because there's some dead spots that I'm showing that I have nothing to say. Or it might be that the scene that we're looking at deserves a song instead of me yapping my jaws. So I'm just being upfront with you. So what I want to do is show you guys on screen how to get your copyright strike-free music right off YouTube. And there again, there's some of you know how, but I'm going to show it on the people that don't know how. Now, I'm doing it on a computer. Some of you may not have access to a computer. I notice a lot of you that I watch are doing everything on your cell phones, on your smartphones. You shoot the video and a lot of you are not even editing it. You're just posting it the way it comes off the camera, because I've seen some videos, and not the ones I'm subscribed to. I mean, I've seen some other ones that were the guy's loading a truck and he bumps the camera tripod over and it falls on the ground. So he quick gets out of the vehicle, picks the camera up, sets it back up, never edits it out. Well, guess what was on the tripod? A cell phone. Okay, cell phones, you really can't do a decent job on editing. You know, you're limited. I think you could edit some, but if you want to sit and look at a little screen and sit there and go blind trying to do all this stuff, be my guest. I got 2 screens back behind me. They're 27 inches. And I can do my editing very smoothly. I don't have to strain my eyes. It works beautiful. That's why my videos, if I have something I don't like in there, I cut that section out. Sometimes I got to prep myself for my intro. I'll sit in front of the camera for 45 seconds before I start talking. All right. I chop that part off, and then as soon as I start talking, that's where the movie starts, the video starts. You know, you gotta get warmed up when you're doing a video. So, folks, I talked enough, and now I'm going to take you to the computer, and then I'm going to show you how to get your music and sound effects. And I think that's all they got. They only got sound effects and actually movies, and then, or not movies, music. And the music that you get off of there is labeled, and I'll show you on there how you could search for different types of music. You know, if you want Christmas or you want holidays, whatever, you can go to that, blah, blah, blah. You know, I'll show you all that stuff. Or you can just go down the line like I did and sit for hours and just click every single one of them. I'm giving you a heads up first. I'll show you that later. But click on every one of them. It only takes, it downloads as fast as you click on them. That's how quick they download. And then you just go to your downloads and you highlight them all, copy them, save them into a folder. And then you go back later, and then when you go run it through your editor, you import, or you don't even have to import. You can actually look at that whole folder, and then you can pick a song that you think will work with your video. And you hit the play button and it'll play that song. And if you like it, all you do is you put import. Hit the import, and it imports it right into your project that you're doing, into your editor. Now, I use Power Director. Very simple. Highly recommended if you're brand new to editing and you want to get into editing and you're stuck with a cell phone, you want to get into a computer, buy yourself a decent computer, make sure it's got at least 16 gigs of RAM, at least 16. If it's got 4 gigs of RAM, it ain't powerful enough. You're going to have problems. It's going to jam up on you, freeze up the computer. You need a decent processor. preferably an i7 if it's a PC. Get an i7. i5 will not be fast enough. Alright? Make sure that you got a good graphics card. The graphics card is the bulk of the speed. The graphics card does a lot of the work. My computer systems that I got here is custom built, and I'm not going to get into that. I ain't going to talk about it. I got that on another video. Just check out my playlist and you'll find it. Did I overkill on my computer build? Check it out. It's a great video. Shows you every piece that went into this computer. Now this computer is already 4 years old and it's way outdated, but guess what? The thing is like screaming lightning still to this day. Hasn't had any hiccups, you know. Knock on wood, right? They ain't wood, but you know what I mean. Knock on wood. Something could happen tomorrow, and then I gotta go through a big old battle of figuring out what happened, and then I gotta fix the problem. Luckily, I know enough about computers that I can fix the problem. Unless it's serious. You know, it's real serious, then I gotta try to find parts, and then I got a friend of mine that can come over and install the hardware with no problem. It's a real good friend of mine. So that tells you there. So let's get on with the showing you how to get this darn music that we are talking about into a folder that you can go to and pick any song you want. Okay guys, here we are. By the way, here's the house of that sometimes great notion. It's a photo that I took. I thought I'd put it on my screen here so you guys can get a look at it. And I will be doing a video on the Mount St. Helens and also the sometimes a great notion so you guys can get an idea what that was like back in the 80s. So anyways, okay, here we go. We're going to show you how to get music off of YouTube. First thing you want to do is go to Google Chrome, get that up and running, and there's Google Chrome, and then I got my bookmark up here with YouTube, and it should go to YouTube, and then I go to my channel, click on that, and it should be coming up any second now. There I am. All right. So I just changed my appearance yesterday on my featured film, What a Snowflake Can Turn Into. Check it out. You might want to check it out. It looks, you'd be surprised what you see. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you to the proper spot to get music. So what I want to show you first is this is a brand. This is what we call a brand, where my mouse is pointing to. All right, you can edit that if you want. You can change it at any time, and I have it on a tractor because that was my livelihood back in the old days. I used to do a lot of weed cutting on the ditches. So that was my favorite picture, so I put it up there. And then I got my name of James Sween. You know, that's what I use. Works good for me. Some people, they might have a channel that pertains to something else, and you may want to put a picture of what it pertains to for your channel. It helps a lot. Your brand does wonders for you, so be careful on your brand. You may want to change it to get more views, because people look at that and they look at the title. You know, mine says James Sween. If that said something like, you know, it could say anything. I'm not even going to use an example for it. Just could say anything, but you want it to say what your videos are all about. You know, you want to be as close as you can for that. So make sure that when you make a name, put the name on. If you're just starting, make the name so it pertains to what kind of videos you're putting out there. And then your picture should show what kind of videos you're putting out there. You know, and then this banner also should be a good banner of what your channel's all about. So you can do all that through the editing. And you got to have it on a computer. You can't do it on a cell phone. I mean, you might be able to if you're smart enough, but I can't give you advice on a cell phone because I don't do cell phone. So, we're talking Apple now. We're on the Apple. We're not on a PC. So this is how you do it on an Apple. You want to get music, right? So what you do is you go up to the, you follow my mouse, go up to the top right-hand corner and left-click it. You go to Creator Studio. Click that. Left-click it. All right, there we go. Now we're in the Creator Studio. You got all these options. If you don't know anything about these options, don't play around with them. You get yourself in trouble. You can screw up your whole channel. But I'm sure a lot of you guys know what you're doing. You probably know more than I do. Video Manager is where you can look and see if you got any copyright strikes. You know, you can do that. But what we're going to do right now is we're going to go to Create. So I'm going to click on Create. We're going to left click on Create. All right, that brings up all the whole library of the audio, you know, for music. All right, you notice how they got free music? They also have sound effects. Click on sound effects. These are all different sound effects. I don't get into that too much because I've been getting by with the sound effects I already got from some stuff I bought a long time ago. Or I didn't buy. I forget how I got them, but I never got copyright strike on them, so I've been lucky so far. So I would suggest downloading sound effects, but I would, you know, categorize them also. So I'm going to go to free music. Let's go through that first. I don't want to get you off guard here. Now, here's the thing you got to watch out for. There's an arrow here that says download. You follow my mouse, where it says download. Okay, mix it up. All right, you download it. 1, 2, 3, it's done. Go to the next one. Download. Next one, download. Keep going. I wouldn't do it that way. And I'll tell you why. Because you can download thousands of music and they're not categories. You know, they're all over the place. They're different songs. Some might be rock and roll, some might be country, some might be pop, some might be holiday music, whatever. So what you want to do is you want to go to gender, and it's all labeled for you. So country and folk right there. And as you notice by the arrow, if you see a round circle by it, don't download it unless you know what you're doing, right? So keep your eye on that. I'll scroll down and see if there's any there. And it doesn't look like there's any there on this particular one. All right, now I'm going to take you to all genders again. Actually, I'm going to show you something different here. Let's go to holiday, because I ran this a little while ago. All right. You see this little circle next to the download? Okay, don't download that. And I'll show you why. I'm just going to click in this area right here. You can click anywhere as long as you're in that song area. Click it, open it up. All right, here's the problem when it's got a little round circle with a man in it. It says, you're free to use this song in any of your videos, but you must include the following in your video description. All right, Jingle Bell 7 by Kevin McLeod is licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution license. So what you got to do to get the license, you got to go to that website, get the license agreement, and then take and copy and paste that in the description box. And that'll allow you to use that particular song if you want it that bad. Okay, I don't want it that bad. I don't need that song. I don't want the hassle of digging up all that stuff. So what I do is I download everything that does not have a circle. They just go flying through. But technically that's kind of a wrong way of doing it. What I want you guys to do is organize your stuff. to your country and folk, make a folder. Do that one first. Get all your country stuff out of the way. Download that for a couple hours. You know, it'll take you a couple hours to get all that done. And then get it organized. If you got duplicates, triplicates, get rid of the doubles and the triplicates. Keep it down to one song only. You know, you don't want to have 3 or 4 Jingle Bell 7s. You want one. Otherwise, you just clutter. Because this is going to happen. When you download fast and randomly, you're going to get doubles and triplicates. All right. Got that out of the way. So, I'm going to go back to all genders. Okay. This is all new stuff right here. And when they say new, it's hard to tell. I don't know. This could be months, months, and months of new. You know, I really don't know. I couldn't answer that. All I know is that every once in a while I get a YouTube or a email saying that YouTube has some new music. Now, that's pretty nice of them to do that. Well, why can't they be nice enough to let you know why you have a copyright strike? You know, it takes months to dispute the copyright strike. So, to me, it don't make sense. You should be able to dispute a copyright strike and get it solved within a couple days, not 2 or 3 months. So I don't even mess with that. When I get a copyright strike, I delete the whole video and start from scratch and redesign it so I don't have that copyright strike. It's a lot easier to do that. It takes a little more time, but at least you don't have that copyright strike staring you in the face. So this is my suggestion on how to get music. I hope I was helpful. And this is what this channel is all about. It's to help you guys out on stuff you may not know. There's guys out there that I'm subscribed to, you're subscribed to me, that know more about it than I do. And if you do, and you got some good ideas on how to get around the copyright strikes on doing that movie thing I was talking about, let me know in the comments. Or go to my email. I'll show you how to get it. Right now, I'm going to show you how to get my email. We're going to go back. Hopefully this will work. Well, actually, it's easier for me to do this. Sorry about that. Go to my channel. All right. Sometimes it's faster just to close out and reopen it. All right. So, here I am. All you got to do is, I come up, right, it's still loading. All right. You go to About. Okay, this is my channel. You go to About. All right. This tells all about me. You know, talks about what my videos are about and what I do on my YouTube channel. I put my email right here. It says for business inquiries. Okay, I don't have a business, but I still like to have my email so you guys can get it. All right. If you want to talk about how to do copyright, get around the copyright stuff when you're inserting a small little movie clip, I'd really appreciate it if you can tell me secrets on how to get that done, because I have no clue. All I know is YouTube says you can't do it. It says very dangerous to not do it. But there's thousands of videos I watch out there that got movie clips of the actual area where the film was filmed at. And I'm into that. I watch a lot of that on YouTube. And I'm subscribed to some of those big channels. Now, maybe you got to be a big channel in order to get through the red tape. I don't know. I'm a small channel, so they don't care about me, so I get flagged right away. That's my opinion. I don't know. I could be wrong, but that's the way I feel about it. Because why is there thousands and thousands of videos out there that got movie trailers, and they actually got full movies, and 100% they're copyrighted. So how are they getting that on YouTube? And then you look in their description box, and there's no license in there, nothing showing that they got a legitimate license to use it or anything, no permission or nothing, but yet it's still out there. They don't kick them off. YouTube does not kick them off. Well, if I get a strike, look out. I'm off. They pull my channel right away. It hasn't happened yet, but it happened to Zapper Gardner. You know, Zapper Gardner had it happen to him, and he's still going through some red tape on that. Don't know what happened, but that's another story. So that's how you get my email right here. So, okay, folks, I'm going to end this right now and stop it, and then I'm going to put a little outro on here for you. So, hang on a second. Okay, guys, how'd you like that? Did you think you pick up on that? How to get those soundtracks and movie tracks or music, whatever you want to call it, put it in your computer system? You know, one thing I forgot to mention is that, you know, if you're going to get into this and you're thinking about getting a computer system and getting into editing, you may want to get a secondary drive, you know, in your computer. Keep that C drive open. As you noticed, I forgot to mention that, and I typed it in on the movie itself, or the video that you're watching right now. So when you buy a computer, make sure that the C drive is a solid state drive, because that'll make all the difference in the world. And today, when you buy a computer, especially a desktop, chances are you're never going to see a spinner drive anyway. It's going to be a solid state anyway, because that's the way they're going. So yeah, make sure it's got a solid state drive for your primary drive. And then you can use spinner drives for your secondary drive all you want. It doesn't matter. You know, you go to Best Buy and buy a 2 terabyte for 89 bucks. If you buy a 2 terabyte, that solid state drive you're looking at, oh man, I couldn't even begin to tell you how much it is. Hundreds of dollars. That's all I can say. 2 terabytes. I've been checking periodically, but that's something that you guys can do on your own. I won't talk any more about that, but yeah, just make sure you get the right computer to do the job, you know, for editing. Ask lots of questions. You know, do a lot of research before you buy a cheap computer off the shelf. A $300 computer is not going to work for video editing. Get that in your head. It's not going to work. If you're getting the monitor, the tower, the keyboard, the mouse for 300 bucks, forget it. It ain't going to work. You're not going to be able to do video editing on it. That thing will lock up before you even say hello. So you're going to have to spend at least $1,200 minimum to do a decent job on video editing. That'd be minimum, you know. Yeah, that's all I got to say about it. So, folks, I hope you enjoyed my little journey about my beef about this copyright strike stuff that YouTube likes to nail you on all the time. And it gets a little annoying, so that's why I don't use music very much. I use it when I get in the jam and I need it. Not really a jam, but when it's neat, when I do need the music, I can do it. You know, I got it available. I used to think that all you had to do is go out and shoot a video and put music on it. You didn't have to bother talking. Well, I got trained by another YouTuber, and he says, you're going to get a lot more views if you show your face and you go out there and talk. There'll be a lot more people that watch your channel, and he was right. It really improved a lot. So I can't thank that guy enough. So this completes our video, and like always, I'll always ask you to hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, do the routine, subscribe. Appreciate it. I can use all the subscribers I got, because I'm real close to 500 subscribers now, and the people that got 1,000 subscribers that made it, well, they're getting a lot more views, because you got 500 more people that are likely to watch 1 or 2 videos of your of what you got. So yeah, you're gonna have more views. You know, so it helps. So the more subscribers you got, the better. So you know, I'm always asking for subscribers. And then once you subscribe, check out some of my old videos. You know, see how I started out. You may not like some of them, I don't know, but as you get from the beginning to the end, it's like everybody else. You know, they all got to get started. And then you get a little better at it, and then you peak out. You know, you peak out. And, you know, it gets so good, and that's it. And right now, that's where I'm at. And like I said before, I'm not in it for money. So I just want to put out good material to help people. And I like to help support people on their channels. And I hope I'm doing a good job on that. I'm trying my best. I only got so many hours in a day to do it. Trying to make videos on my channel takes up a lot of time on thinking and planning, figuring out how you're going to get it done. I just got done with this video right now where the mic was what was happening. It was just cutting out on me on the PC. Didn't know why. So I had to go back to the Apple and get the job done. So, you know, it's little things like that that get in the way, that make your time frame where you don't, you know, the day's only so long, and then you don't have time. So now that I got this all completed, I'll put it together and get it all edited, and it'll go up on Friday morning, probably around midnight or 3 o'clock in the morning, somewhere around there. I'm a night person. I stay up at night. I sleep most of the morning, so I'm up at night. I usually don't even go to sleep until 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and I sleep until about 10, and that's about it. I don't get much sleep because I got sleep problems. So I'm going to cut this off. Like I said, please subscribe if you're new. Hit the like button and comment. Give me a comment back. And if you guys know, if anybody knows how to get a movie clip from a famous movie that's 30 seconds long and do it legally so that YouTube don't give you a copyright strike, please inform me. Tell me how to do it. You know, email me. Go to that email. Shoot me a full page, step-by-step how to do it. I really appreciate it. And I'd even be willing to pay you for it if I had to. So thank you guys very much for watching my channel. I really appreciate it. So don't give me a bum steer either. You know, if you're going to tell me how to do that, I want the truth. So, all right? All right. You guys all have a great, awesome day. And God bless you. We'll see you. Bye.